Good morning, good morning. Hey, 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 it's a beautiful day. The birds are singing. How's everybody doing? So it is Tuesday morning. It is 20 past 11 UK time. If you do watch this back after the live, please just drop a hashtag replay. So I'm going to be doing some updates today on what's occurring. Can't even do that language. Hey dear. Good morning, Dave. How are you this fine morning, sir? I hope you're well. Morning, Jill. How are you, beauts? I hope everybody's well this morning. We've got sunshine. It's sunshining. What's that song? I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Good morning, Dawn. Morning, Yo-Yo. The sun's shining. Morning, Lisa. How are you, sweets? I hope everybody's well. Can't believe weather change. It's going to piss it down, I think, tomorrow. I hope is it tomorrow it's going to rain? I don't know. Let's do the weather forecast for where we are. So let's do the weathercast for the next few days when I can get on my weather app. Bloody weather app. Don't give up your day job. I know. So 10 days. Today we've got scattered showers coming in around about 6 o'clock. Tomorrow it's slightly cloudy. Thursday it's sunshine. Friday we've got showers. Saturday it's dull. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday showers, and then Thursday sunshine. But it's supposed to be sunshining next week, isn't it? No, it's supposed to be having like a mini heat wave apparently, or there's a mini heat wave on its way to us. I forgot what it said it were going to be now, but I'll be melting anyway. Morning, Monday. Thunder in London tomorrow. We should have got thunder yesterday. We had lightning. We had a picture of a lightning strike hitting us, and we got no bloody lightning. We had hailstones, thunder and lightning in Northern Ireland yesterday. See, Jill, you got our thunder and lightning. Yeah, dear, this is her day job. It is done. It is. I'm glad everybody's got a bit of nice weather, and I hope weather comes nice in Ireland, Jill, as well. Morning, Lewis. Celebrations all round, just because they've gone up. We met playoffs at least. Morning, Mr. Lily. How have you been? I hope all's been well. Sending much love across the waters to our New Zealand family. But yes, good morning, Paul. How are you? Don't forget, Paul is live tonight at 8. Is it 8:30, Paul? We're live. Good evening, Tracy. How are you? Morning, Jules. Singing along. So Paul is live tonight, 8:30, with a very lovely lady. We have a major nationwide extreme cold snap coming next week. Apparently, it's your winter though, starting, isn't it, Steve? Is it winter or is it still like is it August? Is it August? It's not August, is it? Is it autumn or is it winter? What month are you? What monthly times are you in? Best way to see the weather is go outside and look at the sky. It is, Lisa. It is, to be fair, because the weatherman get it wrong all the time. So yes, loved yesterday's thunder and lightning. Clears air though, doesn't it, Jill? When you get a bit of thunder and lightning, it clears the air. It's the end of autumn here at the moment. I couldn't remember, Steve, whether it were autumn or going into winter. But yes, so you've got a cold snap coming in. Make sure you've got them hot water bottles because I know your cold snaps are cold. But yes, so Paul will be live tonight 8:30, so please join in and join. Last week's was absolutely fantastic. It was emotional. It was just really enjoyed the lady coming on and sharing her story, and it was very touching. It was I really enjoyed last week's live. It cleared me yesterday. I bet it did. The old age Weatherstone is the best bet for telling the weather. It is, Steve. I have one of them also outside in the garden. Dawn loves a thunderstorm. I'm scared at lightning. I don't mind thunder, but I do actually get a bit scared at lightning. I actually shite myself, but I don't literally shite myself, but I do scared. I'm really good, thanks. I'm live at 8:30 with Amanda from Spook Eats and the Feminine Macabre. Macabre. But yes, so really cool joining with Paul's live tonight because it will be a really interesting chit chat going on there. I do promise. I'll just pop that on screen so anybody that's coming on can see who's on tonight. I'll just pop my head up a little bit more. Good morning, Julie. How are you, my sweets? And I don't know if Margaret's watching in the background, but morning, Margaret. I could sit and watch lightning for hours. Do you know, I just get scared. I had a bad experience as a child with lightning. And yeah, it's one of them that it's still, knowing you've got that vivid memory of childhood when the thunderstorm comes. And it were bad because it were beginning, I think it were early 80s or late 70s. Well, I would have been about, hang on. If I were 1882, but round about 1979, 1980, I would have said this thunderstorm happened. It's got to be round about then. And we'd gone to bed and we used to love watching thunder and lightning. And my dad always used to say, well, you count from the thunder, you count to the lightning strike and then it tells you how many miles it is, or from the lightning strike. I can't remember, but we used to do that with my dad all the time. Anyway, this particular night we'd gone to bed. And so in our old house, you've got like all downstairs, then you've got a stairs door. You open that door and it like led up steps. And then you've got like your front door. And then top at stairs, you've got the bathroom, my bedroom, Mum's bedroom, and Jenny's bedroom. But me and our Jenny used to sleep together. So she never were in her own bed. And we were laid, we got his heads and we were looking and we were counting thunder. We got his heads under curtain and we were counting. And all of a sudden, this thunder just shook the house. It felt like it. I mean, when you're a kid, it felt like it literally shook the house. And this big almighty flash just sort of like we screamed and we were at the bottom of the stairs before my dad had got up off the tea and opened stairs door. And we were absolutely petrified. And from that time, that's where my fear comes from having that experience. It were quite shitty. I've been watching that. Very interesting past lives. If ever you want your past life doing done, get in touch with Paul. You can do them You can do them over Zoom if you're not close by. And he gets some really amazing things coming through and amazing experiences for yourselves. I highly rate Paul for anybody. If anybody's suffering with anxiety or fears or anything like that, get in touch with Paul because he's a man of many talents. Is that Paul? He is NLP registered and also does past life regressions. He's really good. So yeah, but it were Jill. Honestly, I absolutely cacked myself. My dad couldn't believe how fast we got to the bottom of stairs before he got up from sitting. I hope mum's okay, Paul. I hope since she's at pot on, she's a lot more steadier in her arm, and I hope it's not as painful for her. Virtual hug back, Paul. Virtual hug back. Hang on. Yeah, so my brother locked him in a toy box when thundering. He never got over it as kids. See, that's cruel. It's funny but cruel. So yes. Morning, Claire. How are you this fine morning? So ladies chit chat night will be Wednesday night, I think. Oh, it may be getting moved from a Wednesday. Wednesday chit chat nights might be getting moved from a Wednesday to a Thursday. Because, ladies and gents, me and John's been talking and it's now time to start getting back into investigating and going out to some locations. There will only be 2 or 3 investigations a week to start with. We're not going to go back into the 5 night a week because that was too much for us personally. But 2 to 3 nights a week, 2 nights, 3 nights, probably 2 nights, and then one on members is what we'll be looking to do. So morning, Joe. So that's going to be happening very, very soon. Let me tell you. We have had quite a few people messages and be interested in meeting up and coming out on location. So we will be having guests on some appearances. I know Yolanda's going to be a guest on some of them as well. I know. Where's she gone? Jules is going to be coming out with us. Jules is also going to be coming out on some day walks as well with us. We were discussing it other night in church. So Jules is going to come out on some day walks with us. Got some interesting locations to go in the day. So we have got quite a few of you that have messaged us saying that you'd like to meet up and come out with us. So we've decided we are going to invite some guests. Probably do one guest at a time, because that way then it's not gonna we're not gonna be like over swamping for interference with the noise and stuff like that, and me chatting away to everybody like we're not an investigation. So there will be a live this week. We are going to be live this week. We are going to be out again. I will have a word with John on which night he sees best. Any digital creations, Joe Max, your girl, to go and see. Good morning, Anne. How are you, sweets? Morning, Mick. If I had said morning to Mick. So yeah, me too. I can't believe how quickly it's come around again, Jules. Is that no, it's Fifi barking at aeroplanes. I'm sure she's trying to tell me there's aliens in the sky. We've got a little bench just outside there, and what she does is she lays up to tea, looking out a window, and there's nothing, not a sound, not nothing. And then she runs out, she stands on bench, and she just looks up to the sky and barks. And then as you look up, you can very in the distance see a small plane going across, or you can see the tracks of the plane, and that's what she barks at. She's barking at the planes outside. She's naughty. She's a pain in the ass. We've got to have her toes clipped. Well, not her toes, her nails clipped. Aliens are everywhere. They are, Joe. Morning, Joyce, my lovely. So yeah, she's got to have her toes clipped. Phone vets up to have them clipped, and to go into the vets to have a vet clip them. £55 to have a vet clip them. I think that's. Oh, is that just for consultation for a vet to have a look? I think it's absolutely bloody ridiculous. Everybody's putting the prices up because nobody got into through COVID, and it's bloody wrong, especially for vets to do that. Because it's aggravating. It's aggravating. I'm not going to get into a rant about vets this morning. So yes, the practice mediumship will still be happening. We're not going to stop that because I think everybody's been enjoying that. I know I've definitely enjoyed it, and it's definitely helping me on my connection level also. So the mediumship classes will be continuing. John's awareness classes will be continuing. When the awareness class finishes, we're going to have a look at how we may do a Zoom. We might have to look at getting a Zoom going where everybody can come on and we can try and so everybody can see each other, so we can work in a group kind of thing. So afterwards we've got the Zoom where everybody can join on Zoom, I think. Because we can't do it on, only way we could do it on, actually we could do it on StreamYards though. We could do it on StreamYards, but only thing with that is you'd have to click the link to join us, and we'd have to have 2 on at a time that are going to work with each other, and then keep bringing a different 2 up maybe. I don't know. We'll sort something out because we definitely need to get you all face-to-face at some point. It is going to be on members, so it's done in the private site of the members group. And everybody that joins to do the awareness course, obviously you guys are wanting to interact more on that spiritual level anyway, so I think it'll be really good. You can have 10 on Zoom for free. No, we need more than that. We'll have to have a think, Joe. Might have to not do it on Zoom and just do a messenger chat. I can set a messenger chat up for so many, so I can look at doing a messenger chat up. That might be just as good to do it, because you can all just click your videos. Then everybody knows how to use a video chat, don't they? So we can just click link for video chat, and if we do it on Messenger and Facebook Messenger, we can actually do it on his laptop, so everybody can be on full screen. So that might be a way that we can look around doing it and getting everybody talking face to face and doing some work together to help you improve your awareness skills and everything else. Because just because you're doing an awareness course doesn't mean that you're going to be talking to spirits or anything else. But when you go onto these awareness courses, you're mainly learning a lot about yourself and where on the different paths on where you want to go spiritually. It's not always about doing mediumship. It's not always about doing healing. There's other niches that you'll find in there that benefit your personal life, that make your life better. And I think when you're going on to these spiritual awareness courses, that's what you need to be more thinking of. It's not, oh, I'm going to talk to spirit, or oh, I'm going to communicate with this, or I'm going to do this and this. I think the first protocol, what is really important when you're going on your spiritual journey, especially when you're starting your awareness classes, is it's all about working on yourself, your own mindfulness, because you've got to get yourself programmed or reprogrammed, should I say, into that change that you're going to bring about. It's really interesting. I mean, how many of you've done an awareness course or a spiritual awareness course, whether you've done it 10 years ago in a church or anywhere like that? Has anybody ever been on an awareness course? There's loads to learn. I used to do them. Yeah, Dawn, like I said, it's not about the communication with spirit. And to be honest, I think what people have to be aware of is their own egos. It's very it doesn't work if you've got an ego, put it that way. It won't work. It won't work if you've got an ego, or if you run off other people's. So you might run off other people's egos as well. Your ego might run off somebody else's ego, if that makes sense to you. Did you tell John off for making me have a 2-hour nap yesterday afternoon? I watched a meditation video following his catch up. I nodded off. Didn't know what day it was or where I was. I was supposed to be doing paperwork. I fell asleep as well. Morning, Rosa. Hope you're well, my lovely. I fell asleep on Sati. He was doing it live, and I actually dropped off. Describe awareness course. So the course that John's doing is doing it over. We're on his 3rd week on this Sunday coming. So the first week it was self-awareness and mindfulness. The first week. The second week was meditation, and this week coming is colours. So we're not teaching you. We're just showing you different methods on spiritual awareness, and more. Like I said, it's more to do with yourself than actually communicating with spirit. Because I think if you're not in tune with yourself, and you get all these people that say, "I'm a spiritualist. I'm spiritual." But really, we're all spiritual in his own way. Everybody has a bitch. Everybody has a moan. And it doesn't mean that you're not spiritual just because you do these things. And yeah, it's just be more mindful on a lot of different things. And you're still not going to get on with everybody. And you're still not going to like everybody just because you're going down a spiritual path. It's just one of them... It's just one of them things, you know, but it doesn't mean you're not spiritual if you don't like your neighbour. I'll never like my neighbour, especially her on that side where you can see fence. I'll never like her. But Yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm not a spiritual person. So there's all different things that you can learn, but it's more what you learn about yourself, and the new way of mindset as well. Mindset comes into it. How you are with others, but it is all about learning, Joe. And you'll never stop learning. One thing I've noticed, and it doesn't matter who you talk to, if you're talking to somebody about doing it or doing like anything on a spiritual awareness course, or you could talk to somebody that's been doing it 20 years and they will still say they're still a beginner. Because they are a beginner. We're all beginners. It doesn't matter. Some people might have done it for a bit longer than others, and may have learned different skills, different ways of doing things. But that doesn't mean that they're any better or more better than the next person that can do it, because we all learn as own, like don't put, we all learn as own ways to do it. So there's no right or wrong way. How could anyone not like you, Lindsay? Hey, Jill, there's a few. There's a few that don't like me, Jill. I'm Marmite. You either like me or you don't. It's one of them. But it's not that it doesn't bother me that people don't like me. But it's like it's one of them. The feeling's probably mutual in a lot of cases, and I think you find that, don't you? But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? We're never going to like everybody in life. We're never going to like everybody we work with. It's just that everybody's got his own uniqueness about us, and like I said, it's either. But to be fair, a lot of them that don't like you is because they don't know you, or they haven't given themselves time to get to know you, but vice versa, because you might not give yourself time to get to know them. And again, we can't help being judgmental. We see with the actions how people are. That's how we judge. Even though we know we're live soldier. Even though we know we shouldn't judge that way, but unfortunately, some actions speak louder, don't they? So you tend to know, don't you, before you start who you like and who you don't. I have a bitch and a moan, but I'm learning to rein myself back in and think before I speak. See, it's not about having bitch and moan. I think we have to have a bitch and a moan, don't we, Claire, just for his own sanity. But I think, like you said, reining yourself in to think before you speak. It takes some. I mean, my nana, she just says it as it is. She's 94, so she's allowed to now. Do you know what I mean? But that's being her excuse that she can say anything she wants to anybody, and it doesn't matter. But I think it's like you said, it's just how we word things. But I always say wording things is see, for me, you can see me talking, and you can see my mannerisms behind how I talk. You've seen me depending on how long you've watched us for, you've seen us from beginning to end, so you know where we are. When you guys are putting stuff in chat, because I might not know you in person, but I know you, and I feel like I know you. So when you put things, so let's have a look for what somebody's put. Can't see anything what anybody could have put to change it, but so because you're typing, because I know your personalities, I know that what you're putting in chat, you don't mean anything bad or anything wrong with what you put, but other people can read that and miscue what you put, because there's no emotion behind words, is there? Behind typing, when you type a word, there's no emotion, and that's why we always put, whenever you're chatting, use your emojis. If you're messing about and you're having a joke, use your emojis. If you're angry, use an angry face, and then and that's the way I think you have to do it with when you're wording stuff, because it's very different, isn't it? It's very weird on how words can get twisted very easily. When they're coming from somebody else that's not using your words or your mannerisms. What's Jules put? In case anyone's watching the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, I am too. I've been catching up. I hope she gets her just desserts, that lady. She's not a nice lady at all. I love people who say it's like it is. My mum does also. If they don't like, send love and light and leave it there. Exactly, though. I think that's what the best. Did you know that was the best advice we got given? Is, if you don't like anybody, just send them love, and always have a smile on your face, because it's their issue, not yours. That's how you've got to look at it. It's their issue, not yours. It's nothing you've done, nothing you've said. It's their issue, not yours. And if you send everything back with love, then it can still hurt. I'm not going to say you're not going to get hurt by things, but but that's what they tell you to do when you spiritual journey. You send it all back with love. But even if you send it back with love, doesn't mean you have to like that person. Just send it back with love. But yeah, communication is so important. It really is. What I want to find out, Lindsay, is can the other side contact you on the internet via email? Do you know, Joe, interesting one. People have said that they've received phone calls from the loved ones. People have said that they have received an email that may have been sent as that person passed away, and they've received an email 2 days after. Now, the thing with emails is sometimes you can send an email and it might not go through straight away, and you might receive it a couple of days later. Does that mean that message wasn't sent by spirit? Does it mean it's one of them? I don't think we'll ever know, but I believe that the energies can contact us through any way means, whether computers and everything else is all electronics. We're energy, so energy can use any energy, can't you? You can tap into any energy source. So I don't see why it wouldn't, why they wouldn't. And like I said, there's so many energy sources out there that when you look at how we contact or try and communicate with spirit, or try and do experiments with spirit energies and things like that, there's quite a few electronic devices in there. So I think that I think they can. But the thing is, we any form of contact with energies, whether it's working with Mother Nature's energy and the elementals, whether it's working with the god and goddesses and the energies of the spirit world, whether it's working even with the darker forms of energy. Even when you're working with them, I've thrown myself to what I was going to say then. I was going to say something and it's just like gone out my head. No, that's it. Even no matter, there's always going to be somebody out there that says, no, it's bullshit. No, it's crap. You could give them the perfect reading and it's still crap. You could say something to them that only they'd know, and it is still crap, because they will find a reason why it's happened, or where it's been come from, or whatever. So it's for me, it's like it's them personal beliefs, and I do believe energy sources can communicate through other energy sources. So Neil's mum phone rang. Hey, Michelle. Neil's mum's phone rang all night. She passed away. No caller number or anything. When he got to it, it always stopped. That's one way. I've heard quite a few people have that experience, Michelle. I've heard quite a few people, that have that kind of experience where it's to do with the mobile phones. When it's ringing, it actually comes up with the person's missed detail off from the person. The reason I asked this is my niece friend's got a text for her auntie who passed. The phone was destroyed. Was the phone destroyed prior or after? Take care, yo-yo. Phone was passed and the phone was destroyed. Was that before or after, Joe? Always hearing phone on kids calling me. Yep. They have a phone. My phone at the same time. It says friends passed away. I had my kettle switch on and off, and we sat in the front room. But again, if you were talking to somebody that wasn't a believer, or wasn't not necessarily a believer, but somebody that wasn't open-minded, for a kettle switching on and off in itself could be a faulty kettle. Do you know? So you've always, but just because somebody says it's a faulty kettle and you're like, no, it can't be, they've got a right to that opinion, and we don't have to disrespect that opinion. Do you know? You just like accept. You say, well, that's what we all believe, different things, but there's no need to fall out with people just because their beliefs are different. Prior the message, Lindsay, yeah. So for I would say yes, Joe, on what I believe. But like I said, depends on who you talk to, depends on how open-minded they are about all these things. I believe that the spirit will send us messages in a million different ways, some quite obscure. I can't see why messages and signs couldn't be sent digitally. Just my opinion. Exactly, Claire, exactly. I will question everything respectfully. But you know, Joe, you have to, don't you? You know, you have to do it because if you're wanting answers, if we all want answers, we have to do things in a respectful way, because you're not going to get an answer. It's like what we said, you know, like when we're out and we're communicating with energies, and we go out and you get you'll get some people that'll go shouting and screaming at them and calling them out and doing things to get, because they're doing it because they want a response. But the thing is, if somebody were yelling and shouting in your face, you're either not going to respond, or you're going to respond in a not so nice way. So when you look at it, why would the energies be any different if that's how they were getting? If you're communicating in a respectful way and again an open-minded way, because the energies that might be trying to communicate with you might not have been believers themselves, so you've got that full shift, you know. We don't know what it's like on the other side. I mean, we've gone to investigations, and Claire will vouch for this one. We've gone to a few places where Claire's been with us, me and John, and the energies there have been women. And because we don't do our time, we try and get the history one, so we're not treading on people's toes and upsetting people, because we're talking about things that are still actively talked about. There have been a few times where Claire's picked up that energy, and it's been ladies that probably in their time wouldn't have had a voice, wouldn't have had a word. So when you're communicating with energies from that period, or any energies that's gone through any form of abuse, whether it's verbal, whether it's non-verbal, trying to communicate with them, again, that they've got to build that trust, and you've got to let them know that they're going to be safe, you know. And it's just a world of unknown, do you know? And I think that's what I love about paranormal, because it is just a world of the unknown. But like I said, it's just you just got to go with flow, haven't you? If people are open-minded, you will attract likewise. You do, but you also attract open-minded people, but you also attract the ones that are interested but still on fence. Do you know what I mean? So you've got those that do believe in it and, like I said, are open-minded to it, and then you've got those that don't believe but want to believe, you know, but can't get their head around it. People tell me their own stories. It takes me hours to go to a local shop. Bless you, Lisa. Morning, Laura. So we've got that coming up. So I don't even know. Strangers come up and talk to me and tell me the life story. I could be sat anywhere. You could put me anywhere. Afternoon, morning, Mary. You could put me anywhere, and I could get a total stranger coming up, and I'll know the life story before the next 15 minutes is gone. But I think that's because I'm open and I'm chatty. I think there's just something about some of us, isn't like that? It's like you've just got that face that says, "Tell me all your shit." Tell me all your shit, because I'll listen to it. I'll listen. But yeah. I've seen some of the so-called ghost hunters talk to spirit in a terrible way. Why would spirit answer those? Again, some wouldn't. So the energies wouldn't answer. But then again, maybe the energies that they are trying to communicate, maybe they would have been the same in life. So you've got like, you don't know who you're communicating with. But to me, if you've got somebody, if you've got you have to treat people like you want to be treated, I think. And yeah, it's it can be a big ask sometime, I think, of all of us. Ontario, California, sending love across the waters, my beautiful lady. But yeah, it's all just crazy. I've got a flake face. You just want to sleep. You haven't. Lisa's got a face like that. Yeah, I have. But you do. They tell you everything. They tell you things that you don't even really need to know. But it's just because you've got that energy about you, and their energy knows that they can trust your energy. So that's why I think we can attract these people to us, because our energy feeds their energy, and I think they know that it's a safe. Their energy vibe will pick up our energy vibe. So they know that we're just one of them that will just listen and just be there, because that's all you can do. But yes, so what's appetite? So tonight, like Paul says, Paul's live 8:30. Going to be a good night tonight, so please join. Am I going to go live after? I think I may go live after. I'm not sure what with. I don't know whether I might come and do a chat on main and then go over on members and do some practice mediumship, and do it that way around. I'm not sure. I'll put a post up and see what we're doing. Weather's dry tomorrow, but it's Wednesday. So yeah, I'll post when we're going to be out on investigations. I don't try to convince anyone. All I do is tell them my own experiences. Most people on the fence and want to believe, but I think it's hard if you've had your own experience. If you've not had, definitely, Claire, definitely. My kids are like, here we go, strange people talking to mum. That's what mine used to say. I must have a face. Come talk. My daughters laugh at me and say, Mum, you're a nightmare. Can't get to art shops quickly enough. I know that feeling. I've gone through it all. When folks learn I'm a retired paramedic, they tell me all their medical problems. They do soldier, but the thing is, what they've got to take note of is how long you've been out of service. And also, things change, don't they, over years on medical side of things, on how ambulance service would have worked when you were on it. I bet they weren't a 7-hour wait when you were on it, were they? 7 hours. Some people are having to wait for ambulances to come out. People are being told that it's quicker for somebody to take them to hospital. And I think it's absolutely disgraceful on what's happening there. And I don't know why the government's not funding more towards the ambulance service, because it's definitely one that's needed. I want to send a big healing and love to Nanny Lynn and Tony, and I'm going to light a candle in a bit for Tony and say a prayer for Tony. If people could put me some red hearts or purple hearts, please, in chat for Nanny Lynn. Tony's been rushed into hospital. He's got pneumonia on he's got pneumonia on his chest. So so if we don't mind putting some purple hearts in for Nanny Lynn and Tony to, it's not Nanny Lynn. Nanny Lynn's, well, she's not fine, but she's Nanny Lynn's okay. It's Nanny Lynn's other half, Tony, as Nanny Lynn calls him, Grumpy. He got took into hospital yesterday. it's she's not in a good place. But if anybody is messaging or phoning her, message her first before you phone her, because I think she's been inundated by phone calls, and I think sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming. So always message first and just let her know that if she's free to speak, and I'm sure she'll let you know if she is, because Nanny Lynn does love to speak to us all. Take care, Claire, and I shall see you later. I shall let everybody get off. I may do Tara's later, I don't know what I'm going to do later. We shall see. I will, Joe. I mean, she'll probably pop on and look back after live ends if she's got time. If not, she'll, at least when she does see, she'll see all the hearts going up for her and Tony. So so I will keep you updated as Nanny Lynn keeps me updated on Tony and how he is. And love and light to everybody. Have a blessed day, and we shall see you all soon. And Jules need to speak to you, Doc, about going out for the day somewhere, and Claire and Yo-Yo on Friday. We'll try and sort something out for going some places in the daytime. So okie dokie, guys, we take care, and we shall see you all soon. Mwah. Love you loads. Bye, guys. Bye.